I'm Laura Noel, and today I wanted to share with you some of our family's homeschooling favorites for the last couple of months. During this winter and spring season of life, we have been inside a lot. And so I wanted to share with you some things that my daughter has been loving, that I have been loving as a teacher, and that we have been loving together. First up is all the hands-on. This is Junior Geosticks. And these are really neat. They come in a little case, so they're nice and contained, easy to take on the go. And there's tons and tons of little pieces, all sorts of different shapes. And they have these little bumps on them that you clip together, just push together to make designs and shapes. The set comes with a ton of idea cards, so many different ideas of shapes they can make, and then they can also just free play with them. They're recommended for ages 3 to 99, and my 5-year-old loves these. She pulls them out all the time. They're great for math, for spatial awareness, for STEM, for brain, logic, everything. It's just one of those toys that you feel really good about them playing with all the time because you know that it's stimulating their brain and their creativity. The next STEM kit that has been a super big hit is Robotis Pets. And this is Robotis Play 600 Pets. And this is just a little building kit that you can build a puppy, a cricket, and a bird, and then if you download their app, their free app, onto like an iPad or a tablet or your phone, you can also build a polar bear and a couple of other creatures. I actually really love the app. I found the written instructions to be a little confusing, a little bit hard, like where does that go? And I'm an adult, so how much more can my 5-year-old do this? But the app is super cool because you can move it around, and it's like a 3D image, and it's you can zoom in and zoom out. It's really cool. She loves just watching how the pieces go together, and then I understand it much better, and we're able to fit together the little robot a lot more. They move like that, so the little whirring sound is a little bit annoying, but they crawl or roll on the hard ground, and they're really cute. So they just have a little on and off button. And this is the cricket. So this has been a real fun one. She asks to build them all the time. She still needs a little help, but that's okay. In the book department, she loves these Montessori books. So we have Montessori number work, letter work, and map work. I believe they also have Montessori colors and shapes, and maybe some other ones too. But they're board books, but they use the sandpaper letters so they can trace the letters, and they feel that sandpaper like feeling, and they have the arrows, and it's just been really helpful as we've been learning our letters in particular, but also the numbers and counting. Same thing, the sandpaper letters, really helpful. And she really just loves this map one because she likes learning about the world, and so you get to feel every single continent is raised a little bit. And it's a fun story and talks about the animals. And in the back, there's a whole map of the world, and this is her map. She adores this. She loves to play with it. She loves to look at it. This is her map of the world. More books that my daughter always picks off the shelf, often for bedtime reading, are the Junior's Adventure Books by Dave Ramsey. And there are 6 picture books in this series. There's The Super Red Racer, Junior Discovers Work. Careless at the Carnival, Junior Discovers Spending. Battle of the Chores, Junior Discovers Debt. The Fantastic Field Trip, Junior discovers saving. And the big payoff, Junior discovers integrity. They are really nicely illustrated. They are fun stories. They're really great books, and she loves them. She picks them out to read at bedtime, and this is what I would incorporate into the life skills area of homeschooling, a little bit of beginning economics. And so I don't necessarily, use it as school time, but it's that life learning that happens outside of school time, which is what homeschooling is all about. Another book we are really loving this season is How Big Is Your Brave by Ruth Soukup. And this is an adorable picture book about a little bunny named Zippy and her brother named Gus. And Zippy wants to be an astronaut, but she's scared. And it is just the cutest thing. She finally gets the courage to go to space camp. And I love this. Your why must be bigger than your fear. So she's learning these life concepts that are wisdom. So her grandma used to tell her that. And so it's this line of wisdom that gave her the courage to go to space camp, where she's learning, and then some sad things happen and she almost gives up. The only thing you can control is you. Again, more huge life lessons, overcomes, and her dream is still there. And such a good life lessons, especially when our kids have a little bit of fear and they're a little I don't know if I want to do that. This really has opened some conversations about the things we can do in life and how letting fear hold us back from those dreams is not actually a good thing. And so we really are loving this story. We have 2 art supplies that my daughter adores. First up, these are the Quick Sticks paint markers, and they are just tempera paint in solid form, and they glide onto the paper, and they are virtually no mess because there's no water, but they come in so many colors. They're an easy way for kids to paint. They have the big ones and then also smaller ones. We love paint sticks. And then these are the Faber-Castell Color Grip Eco Pencils. They are triangular shaped. They have these cool grips on them, these dot grips, and so they're easy to hold. These are some of the best colored pencils I have ever used in my life. I mean, even better than scrapbooking pencils and stuff. They're beautiful. They flow on the paper. They are easy to sharpen. We have the Faber-Castell pencil sharpener, and there's a special one for color grip pencils. They just sharpen so smoothly. They don't break like other cheap ones. I love these personally, and my daughter loves them too. This may not be a very normal homeschool pick, but a Slinky. This has been really cool. This is the original Slinky. It is metal, unlike the plastic ones that I had as a kid. But my daughter has really loved this to learn about motion and force and movement and momentum. Those really basic science principles have been glued in her head just by watching the Slinky go down the stairs. It's really cool. Also, gravity and force and pull and push, so many things for a kinesthetic learner. If you are looking for how to do basic science skills with a kinesthetic learner, get yourself a Slinky. They will love playing with it, and they will also learn so much. A couple of games that we've been loving. This is Wildcraft, an herbal adventure game. So this is a family game. It is ages 4 and up, and technically it's for 1 to 4 players. It is a cooperative game, and it is just beautiful. It is put out by the company Learning Herbs, and they have some really amazing stuff. but I really like this. There's a whole story that you can download and read along as you play the game. It has a beautiful board. You're at Grandma's house and you are walking up this big hill to pick huckleberries, and then you've got to get home before the sun goes down, and you have to work together as a team to do that. As you go throughout the game, there are trouble cards. So there's all these different things that can happen to you: stings, bites, bruises, hunger, and then they have the pictures of all these plants that could help with it. And so then you have plant cards that you draw throughout the spaces as well. And they have very nicely, because again, my daughter's not reading, they have the picture there so they can identify the picture. And then they have the common name of the plant and then also the scientific name. And so you're learning about some of the general uses of the plants for different ailments, but you're also playing a fun game. They have helper cards, so there's a big emphasis on helping each other, and if somebody doesn't have the right card, you can use your helper card to help them if you have a card. And so that element of learning cooperation and helping is really vital, in addition to games that teach sportsmanship and how to win and how to lose graciously. It's also really important to have games that teach cooperation and working together. I love this game because plants are my jam, but my daughter also picks this one off the shelf a lot because she just thinks it's really fun. Another game we love is a pattern matching game, and this is Bugsell. It's for 3 and up, and it's really working on the visual spatial thinking, problem solving, and you can use it to teach fractions, symmetry, pattern matching, and sorting. This little guy is so cool. It comes with all these different cards. They have different levels. There's 4 different levels from easy to hard. There's the picture on the front that the child looks at, and then on the back is the solution. And then they have all these different pieces. They're all different sizes. They're dual colored, so they have to learn to flip them over for the colors, and they have to figure them out and put them onto the board. It's definitely challenging for young children, especially because the whole board is green, and when they have green, sometimes on the card, they don't even think about it. So it's something I've had to work with her on, but it's really, really helped her in that visual discrimination and logical, mathematical thinking. And the last thing is my homeschool mom pick, and that is my ProClick. This is the Swingline ProClick P50, and I love this thing. This is a binding machine, and so basically this punches the holes, and then you get the ProClick spines and you snap them on, and you can reuse the spines over and over and over if you want, and I just love it. It's so much fun to bind things. I can bind my teacher's guides, but also my daughter loves it because I can bind her little notebooks. So she loves to make little tiny notebooks that she can just carry around and scribble on. And she also likes the full-size notebooks that she can do painting and art, and she's always asked, she's like, put more papers in my notebook. And it's been really, really fun. She feels more official. I love it because it's all official looking. It was a little bit of an investment, but I am so glad that I did, because it just, I don't know. It's a mental thing, I think, to just be able to bind my own teacher's guides, especially, just to make them look more official. And so those are a few things we are absolutely loving in our homeschool this winter and spring season. Let me know in the comments below what you are absolutely loving in your homeschool. I would love to check out your suggestions. Be sure to like and subscribe for more homeschooling and home content, and we'll see you next time. Bye.